Hi there, YouTube. If that is your real name, it's Doug here from Bessie Custom Fab. How's it going? I haven't made many videos this year because it's been a kind of a crazy year for me, for the shop, for my life. So things in general have been a little different than normal. So we're getting back on the train today. I'm going to make a video about making 2 hourglass tables. Something like that. I've got all the pieces cut, so you can't watch me cut material on the saw for 3.5 hours like I did yesterday. I'll save you the boring part, so we're gonna run through it. Check it out. So now I'm gonna, first step, I'm gonna weld these joints and grind them, and then we'll see where we're at. Then we'll start doing some other stuff. You can see I've just barely touched these with the grinder. There's a tiny little bevel, and that's all I need. And that will give me a good penetration. It's only 100 wall material, so it gives me good penetration. And I grind most of that off anyway, so it's going to be a nice finish. Here's a test that I did yesterday, just to see how the finish comes out. And you can see it comes out beautiful. And there's the first joint welded, blended. So I put all the seams to the inside, so I don't have to worry too much about all the rust because they're gonna sandblast it first. But there's the finish we're going for, and repeat that. They're all here, ready to go, and I'll spare you the fucking pain. We'll come back when those are done. And there we are. You can see they're all almost identical. Consistency is the key, but more than that, the fit up is critical to get a smooth connection. You can't grind too much of that material off, so the better the fit up, the better the finished product. So on to the next part. I've got 4 of these cut and 8 of these. We're gonna see what that's for later. Each one of the short pieces will cap, boom, boom, boom. I just cut these out of 18 gauge that I have laying around. I have scrap piles. Oh, I have scrap piles everywhere. Oh, there's even a scrap pile over here. So I just cut these 2x2 out of 18 gauge. And if you don't have a belt sander, get one. And if you don't want to get one, don't do this, okay? This is how I clean these up. Like this. Get a grinder. Don't get a grinder that has a trigger lock on it. And don't find a bolt that threads into this hole. And don't bolt your grinder to that. And don't clamp your grinder to the table. Because if you do, if you do that, you will make your life easier, so don't do that. We're going to tack these on, weld them all around, grind them. Let's do it. And that's the result. One end capped on this. I've got 3 done. I've got to do 5 more of those, and 4 of the longer ones get capped on both ends. And thanks to the magic of time lapse, or I mean time travel, we'll be back and they'll all be magically finished. Okay, well, the caps are all done. Welded them, ground them up. They look pretty good. Now I've done a layout for the hourglass shape. This is the basic shape of the table. Got to back up to get the whole thing in there. It's really not that big, but one of the key things I have to make sure is that we are all flush there, and clamp to the table, make sure it's square, and then it's tacked in place. It's barely tacked right now. So each table has 1 section like that and 2 of these M-shaped sections. And these ones I only tack on the outside, and we're going to see why in a minute. We'll take this off. This one is all welded. I'll weld this up, I'll grind it, make it all done. Then I can just place this there, and then obviously centered on there and centered on there. And then having it only tacked in one place allows me to give it a little bit of movement. Once I tack this side, I mean, it looks pretty good, but I just want everything to be super nice and flush, and then weld it up. So yeah, and then one of these on each side, and that is the gist of it. So we'll get to work again. Won't make you watch. Okay, making good progress here. I got this M-shaped piece put on there, nice and flush, beauty, welded up. This is all just tacked for now, but I will weld all around, almost all around. I'm not actually welding the inner corners, not necessary. It'll look better if I don't. So really the trick is, again, if you can get the fit up right, you're gonna have really nice finish. And once that's powder coated, it's gonna look like $1,000,000. So okay, and there it is. There's some flat bar that went on top. I'm gonna drill some holes in there, 4 or 6 holes maybe, so the customer can put the tabletop on, and some levelers on the bottom. That's it. I gotta finish the other one still, but that's the finished product basically. So it's a pretty tall, narrow table, but I didn't design it, somebody else did. All I do is build it. It'll get powder coated. It's gonna look awesome, trust me. Guess what? It's Boh time. Bessie Custom Fab, rock and roll.